Don't go calling this a Leviathan, even though the name might sound similar. This underwater giant wasn't a sea serpent at all, but a long-extinct sperm whale ancestor. Where it differs from its squid-slurping modern cousins is that this creature had foot-long mouth daggers used for preying on other whales. This was Livyatan. Hi, I'm Talia Lowi-Merri, and you're watching Paleologic. Today, we're talking about an extinct sperm whale that lived about 12 million years ago during the Miocene. Since about 2010, we've known this whale as the Livyatan. At around 13 to 19 meters long, Livyatan would have been similar in size to modern sperm whales, the largest of today's toothed whales. The major difference between them, however, is that Livyatan had a mouthful of deeply rooted, 30-centimeter long, 10-centimeter wide teeth, the largest non-tusk teeth that have ever been recorded. And the jaws that held these teeth were robust and humongous, big enough to hold a whole adult human inside. Unlike Livyatan's two rows of giant gnashers, modern sperm whales have relatively small teeth only on the bottom that perfectly fit into sockets in the upper jaw. The difference between their teeth is due to how and on what these whale species fed. Modern sperm whales are apex predators that hunt in deep waters all over the globe for shark, squid, fish, and basically anything they can suction into their mouths. We know that Livyatan didn't use suction to pull prey into its mouth like today's sperm whales. This giant was a pursuit predator, meaning that it hunted down and seized its prey. Livyatan would have clamped its powerful jaws around its kill and shredded it to ribbons, with some researchers even theorizing that its favorite snack was other whales, specifically the ancestors to modern baleen whales. Livyatan's skull tells us a lot about what it would have hunted. The fact that its teeth were deeply embedded in its jaw made them extra stable and perfect for holding on to large, thrashing prey. The teeth were interlocking, so when those teeth met, it was like a meat cleaver coming down. The teeth were also angled forward, showing us that Livyatan's chompers would have been able to grip prey with curved bodies, like other whales. Modern sperm whales consume about 3% of its body weight in food per day. If Livyatan really did feed on other whales, it would have been able to consume an even larger proportion of its body weight in whale meat with each kill. The short, wide shape of the snout would have allowed the front teeth to clamp down extra hard, suggesting that Livyatan was preying on powerful animals that were much tougher than squishy squid. The side of its skull also held ridiculously strong jaw muscles that would have delivered high-powered bites. Enormous teeth that seemed to have belonged to extinct sperm whale species have been found as far back as 1877. However, no one had ever found a matching skull. To complete the puzzle, paleontologists needed to find some jaws. The happy ending to this fossil hunt came in November 2008, when the first Livyatan skull, measuring about 3 meters long, was found in Cerro, Colorado, Peru. Over 300 fossilized marine vertebrates have been found here, with over 80% of them belonging to cetaceans, the family of marine mammals that includes whales, dolphins, and porpoises. Livyatan was originally called Leviathan melvillei, honoring both the biblical sea serpent and Herman Melville, the author of Moby Dick. It wasn't until a few years later that paleontologists were made aware that the name Leviathan was already taken. In 2010, they learned that the name Leviathan was already assigned to an extinct genus of mastodon. To avoid confusion, the International Code of Zoological Nomenclature strictly prohibits using a name twice, so they were forced to rename their discovery. They didn't have to reach too far for its new name, as Livyatan is just the Hebrew translation for the English Leviathan. But that's not the only naming mishap that this group of whales has suffered. The name sperm whale was given to these creatures during the height of the commercial whaling industry, which began around the end of the 18th century and continued well into the 1980s. Sperm whales were a huge target, partly due to the source of this misnomer, the spermaceti organ. This enormous sac on the sperm whale's head was found to contain up to 2,000 liters of white fluid, which whalers at the time mistook for, well, sperm. And so it was dubbed the sperm whale. While people used the waxy spermaceti for everything from candles to cosmetics to industrial lubricants, the real purpose of the spermaceti organ is still up for debate. Some researchers think it was used as a reverberation chamber for echolocation, while other theories suggest that it's used to aid in the extreme deep dives sperm whales are known for. The top of Livyatan's skull sported a huge concave portion that was called the supracranial basin. This basin is what houses modern sperm whales' spermaceti organ and their melon. Not a fruit, but a mass of tissue that supports echolocation. Given the shape of its skull, Livyatan likely also had both a spermaceti organ and a melon. While we don't have a complete fossilized skeleton of Livyatan, similar whales from that time show that they most likely resembled modern sperm whales and would have been well adapted for deep dives in the ocean. Though we're not sure exactly what killed off Livyatan melvillei, climate cooling at the end of the Miocene could have played a role in the demise of these predators. Thanks to conservation efforts, modern sperm whales are being slowly pulled back from the brink of extinction. Hopefully, these extant relatives will keep reminding us of and giving us clues about Livyatan for eons to come. So what should we talk about next? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week. Thanks for coming along on this journey through time. I'll see you later.